Cooper Flagg's 49-point game.
Are the Stars back?
Let's talk about it. Hello and welcome to the Intermission podcast. I'm Fabian. That's Isaiah. We're a Dallas Sports Podcast. We're going to hop straight into basketball. Tell me about the Mavericks this week.
Well, the Mavericks week started out with the Lakers and Luka destroying the Mavericks almost single-handedly. Luka was Luka was the only Laker with 33 points. In the Mavericks loss, 116 to 110. The Mavericks almost definitely should have won this game.
Definitely.
Especially with the lead they had late third quarter and early fourth quarter. But bad turnovers and missed shots were the only reason why the Lakers got back into the game.
Yeah.
Pretty bad defense, too.
Yeah, I mean, that's just been the story of the season. You know, our turnovers and our lack of consistent three-point threat. So, tough scenes. Especially, again, I think we ended the game on like a 26-6 run or something like that.
Yeah, this
Truly awful.
there should be no reason for a team to go on a 20-something point run.
Yeah.
With the Mavericks only being in a single-digit point run.
Yeah.
That definitely sucks. I think this was also Luka's second game back in Dallas, going against Dallas.
I think third, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, but obviously this game was something special. The Maverick fans were still cheering on Luka, which was still pretty cool to see. But still tough that the Mavericks lost that game. I also want to point out that Christie, Marshall, and Brandon Williams were the only three Mavericks to score 20-plus points. And I believe Cooper Flagg was the closest to 20 points with 16 points. Yes, with 16 points.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Caleb Martin actually had 17 points. But yeah, pretty tough loss against the Lakers.
Definitely.
And then Sunday, a back-to-back game. The Mavericks were supposed to play the Milwaukee Bucks, but that game got postponed because of the ice storm in Dallas. That was pretty crazy. The Mavericks airplane couldn't take off because of all the ice. So that game got postponed. But then Wednesday, the Mavericks played the Minnesota Timberwolves and lost 118 to 105.
Yeah.
This game was pretty rough. A lot of bad turnovers.
Yeah.
I believe PJ Washington and Gafford started this game, and they've been recently coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Due to their injuries.
Yeah, and because Cooper Flagg was out for this game.
Yeah, Cooper Flagg was out too.
So.
And, I mean, you said it off camera. Even with Cooper Flagg out, the Mavericks still made this a pretty interesting game. But like how this whole season was, bad turnovers, bad shot selection, I would say. And bad half-court offense because the Mavericks still don't have their go-to point guard, even though they have some pretty good point guards being developed right now, and Brandon Williams and Nembhard. They still aren't there.
No, not at all. I mean, we went 3 for 18 from the 3-point. It's truly awful.
Yeah, that's.
And again, I think, it's just a fact that Max Christie has been our most consistent 3-point shooter. And he's been a pretty good 3-point shooter this season.
Yeah, definitely.
But he went 0 for 5 from 3 in that game, and it was just not good.
I mean, who can blame Christie for having some really good games from the 3-point line? There's got to be at least a game where players are off.
Yeah. It's just when he's our only threat, especially because Klay Thompson also didn't play this game, and he's also been doing decent off the bench. It's just, we just had no 3-point threat this game.
Yeah.
And even then, we still made it interesting. Again, PJ Washington and Najee Marshall started this game at 21 points and 18 points. and they were our point leaders with those.
Yeah, it's still pretty frustrating that the Mavericks lost. But then the next game, another back-to-back on Thursday against the Hornets. History was made. This was arguably the Rookie of the Year games with the Hornets rookie Concanipple and the Mavericks rookie Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg scoring his new career high 49 points, which is record breaking because
the youngest player ever to record 49 points. He's only 19, which is insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. He's had 2 other games where he scored 40 plus points.
I think so.
I hope I'm right. Yeah, this game was the Cooper Flagg game. Cooper Flagg was, I'd say, the main Maverick scoring.
Yeah, well, definitely. No doubt about that. It was a battle of the rookies, like you said. Concanipple was their leading scorer with 34. Obviously, Cooper Flagg led us with 49.
Yeah, I still want to say, even though the Mavericks lost, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Dallas fan, but I still think Cooper Flagg is the Rookie of the Year, or should be Rookie of the Year.
I think there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, he did more than just score 49 points. He had 10 rebounds and 3 assists, and he plays good defense too.
Yeah,
he's a really good two-way player. This just built up. Honestly, both rookies actually built up their case for Rookie of the Year, but Cooper Flagg a little more.
Yeah.
But 2 really good players going at it against each other. This game was a pretty interesting game. It was also the game where Mark Aguirre got his jersey retired.
Yes. Pretty cool.
Yeah, so also kind of sucks that they lost this game too.
Yeah.
But they only lost by 2 points. They lost 123 to 121. And I agree with what you said before we started recording. If Najee Marshall was able to play, Mavericks would have won.
Yeah. He was out just for resting, I believe was the reason.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it makes sense to me. Decent role player stepping up with the amount of injuries the Mavericks have sustained over the few games. I think it just makes sense to rest some of the players. Yeah. You don't want to risk more players get injuries.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good game, like you said, like we've been saying. Cooper Flagg, again, obviously his points, but we didn't have the rest of the team didn't play bad. PJ Washington, Mass Christie, Klay Thompson, Brandon Williams all contributed pretty good on the point-wise also. But again, I think where we lose this game is the 3-point line, even with Klay Thompson going 4 for 11. It is not a great percentage, but it's not awful.
At least it's more than just 3 made.
I mean, it's just we had 11 made to their 20. That's where the difference in scoring is.
Yeah, and that mainly came from the Hornets rookie.
Yeah.
Which is pretty amazing to see. I'm glad to see that the new young talent being so involved in their new teams.
Yeah.
I mean, it's exciting whenever the rookies are able to do that, especially since before that rookies were more like they were more played late game situations or in blowout situations.
Yeah, much more developmental.
Yeah.
Rather than like the immediate contributors were outliers. Where I mean, I guess that's the last couple of drafts, last 2 or 3. I don't know. Am I over exaggerating? There's been a couple drafts where it's not but I mean, this rookie class is insane.
Yeah, you got a pretty tight, like pretty close, I'd say 3-way race with the 76ers rookie
AJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, the Hornets and the Mavericks.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the future for the NBA looks like it's going to be really good.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
But for the Mavericks, though, the Mavericks this whole season have had the lead, and then they lose the lead in late game situations, which, like I said, the lack of the point guard experience. We need that veteran point guard, especially for the Mavericks half court offense, especially with having some sort of inexperienced point guards.
Yeah. Which again, they both have shown flashes of pretty great play. And when they play good, that's when we have our best games. Brandon Williams and Ryan Nembhard.
But you can kind of see, too, where it looks like they panic a little bit because they know they're the point guards. So they're supposed to, do a little bit of playmaking.
Yeah.
And that kind of forces them to make a bad pass. So turnovers. And the only way the Mavericks can keep up with some teams is fast break points. The Mavericks get a little too caught up in fast break points and they overthrow the ball. And then it's another turnover. You saw that a lot in the Timberwolves loss. But, I mean, that only comes with getting the experience. So even though Brandon Williams and Nembhard are creating some of those turnovers like that, still good. They're getting that experience. So, I mean, whenever Kyrie comes back, they learn from Kyrie. If eventually Kyrie does end up leaving the Mavericks, Brandon Williams and Nembhard will be in a pretty a better spot than what they were before Kyrie leaves.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I mean, and I guess after that was really wrapped up for the Mavericks week. They only played 3 games. Should have played 4, but the other one got postponed due to the weather. But coming up next week, the Mavericks have another tough week.
Yeah.
On Saturday, the Mavericks play the Houston Rockets, which is pretty tough, even though the last few matchups have been pretty close. With the handful of players the Mavericks got right now, I think this game's going to be pretty tough.
Yeah.
I think, dare I say, the Rockets end up getting away with the win on that one. And then the Mavericks play the Celtics that Tuesday. And I guess I would say the Mavericks' new rivalry, the Celtics, in that 2024 finals.
Maybe if we were still good.
Yeah, if we're still good. I'm still going to see it as a rivalry.
Sure.
But they play the Celtics and Jaylen Brown going against the Mavericks. And then Thursday, the Mavericks play against the San Antonio Spurs, which is already a tough team to play against.
Yeah, definitely.
Mavericks got a tough week coming up. Really tough.
Hard to say you expect us to win any games.
Yeah, honestly, realistically, I think the Mavericks go 0-3. And it sucks for me to say that. But if they can just tighten up their defense, shoot the ball or make the ball more consistently, especially from 3. Maybe draw more fouls, convert free throws into actual points. I'd say they have a chance in the Rockets and Spurs game.
Okay.
I mean, it's true. They've recently been struggling at the free throw line recently. And they can get to the free throw line, but they struggle at converting those into points.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like that Timberwolves game. They missed 13 free throws. And that 13 would have tied it if I added that up right. But yeah, I think that's all I got for the Mavericks. Pretty cold week. Hopefully everybody stayed warm. But yeah, it was more like hockey weather.
Oh shoot! What a segue. Let's talk hockey.
Are the Stars good?
Are we good? I mean, I've always believed we are, even during our loss streak. I continue to say, yeah, I know we're a good team. And hopefully we're getting back into proving it on the ice. Of course, this week we played 3 games, managed to win all 3, but wasn't super convincing, really.
Yeah.
Because all required either a last-minute goal or overtime. And 2 of those games were against St. Louis, which isn't an amazing team. But yeah, so Friday, excuse me. Friday against St. Louis here in Dallas, we ended up winning 3-2 after scoring last minute. Jason Robertson scored literally at the 19-minute mark in the third period to take the lead, and then obviously Blues didn't score in the last minute to tie it, and we ended up winning that game. But a decent game. I mean, we were behind early in the second, tied it up, eventually take the lead in the third, end up winning the game. Goals from Johnston, Duchesne, and Robertson. Good to see Duchesne getting in the mix. I'll touch on that here in a little bit. Then against the Blues again on Tuesday, this time in St. Louis. Real quiet first period, and then in the second period we go up 3-0. Beautiful, looks amazing. And then in the third period, they score 3 straight, and I don't like that.
That was scary.
It was, and it's not. They weren't even a single power play goal, which is extra frustrating. It's just we let them get back into it in the third period. But 18:53, almost again, exactly 1 minute before the end of the game, 1 minute and 7 seconds this time. We score. Thomas Harley scores a goal, and we end up winning this game 4-3. Still feels good to win, but definitely don't like to see that sort of late game
those close wins.
failure of defense. Again, I'll get into this bit more specifics here in a second. And then against the Golden Knights, the exact same thing. Pretty much. We go out to an early lead. I believe we led 4-1 going into the third period.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 straight unanswered goals. Then we score one. No. Never mind. 3 straight unanswered goals. Go into overtime this time. Couldn't score one. 4 into regulation. Had 4 goals in the first 2 periods. Duchesne, Bork had 2, and then Johnston. And of course, like I said, we let in 3 in the third. Again, not a single power play goal. I know, I mean, it's not good if it's a power play goal either, but at least it's like, okay, fine. But I guess it's also good because we're taking a lot less penalties, which is something we needed to work on. But why are we letting that happen? 2 games in a row. Frustrating.
Yeah, looked like we're gonna win pretty convincingly, and then teams just caught up.
Yeah. And we always struggle with the Golden Knights a little bit, but yeah, definitely don't like that. Then we play the whole overtime period, take it to shootouts, end up winning there. Jake Ottinger makes 2 saves, and Jason Robertson and Mikko Rantanen get it done. There's a lot of good this week. There's a lot of good this week. Our offense looked pretty good, more active again. We had 1 6-point game in the last 5 games. Besides that, we scored 1 goal 3 times and 0 goals. So good to see the offense get some consistency. We had 3 goals, 4 goals, 4 goals again, and then 5 technically because of the shootout win. But 3 goals, 4 goals, 4 goals. It's good to see the offense getting into it. And like I said, our power play penalty kill a lot better, and we took less penalties in general, which is something we've had to work on in that losing streak. We took a lot of penalties. We're letting in a lot of power play goals. So it's good that we didn't. At the same time, we still let in a good amount of goals, 3 goals and 4 goals in the loss, or in the win against the Blues and Knights. But I like our lines right now. Our lines, especially to start the games. I think that especially the Steele, Duchesne, Ben line is really good. I think those players have been struggling for the most part this season. I think Ben's been playing well, but he hasn't been getting too many points. But I think, and they've all been struggling putting him on the line together. Duchesne had a pretty good week. Sam still got himself a handful of assists. Ben, same thing. So definitely that line were players that sort of haven't found their footing. Definitely found footing each other. I really like Ritz Cohen with the top line. So I hope we sort of see more of that sort of lineup. That's the word. So I hope we see that lineup more. I like Ritz Cohen with the top line. I think our offense was much more. What's the word I'm looking for? Just better, efficient. I think is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, Ritz Cohen with Rantanen and Johnston, I think has been working out. I said that earlier. I gave that suggestion. I was like, I kind of want to see Ritz Cohen with these guys. Yeah. Guess what? It worked. Okay, I like what I'm seeing. Jason Robertson's still playing great. With Rupe, and they moved Bork to that line, and Bork's got himself a couple assists. And even though Robertson was doing good during that stretch still, I think they did. I liked it a little better this last 3 games where they've had Bork with that line. So I think the line change up. I think we're finding lines that we're happy with finally after a tough stretch. Mm-hmm. I hope we stick with these lines. I want to see more games with these guys as they get more comfortable with each other as trios. I think they'll only get better. So I think we should really stick with these lines until something doesn't work again. And then our defense continues to be good. Harley and Heiskanen are playing great still. Still good defensemen. Just gotta keep it together in the third period, but yeah. I mean, that's also just sort of been the Stars' MO. It wasn't earlier this season, but we were winning games just outright. But we've had a lot, especially against good teams. The last 2 seasons, we've always been like, really love letting teams back in the game late, which isn't a good identity to have, but that means we're taking early leads. And we have a really good win percentage when we score the first goal or when we have the lead after the first period. So, I mean, if we're scoring more goals, I mean, I hate it, but as long as we're winning, it's okay in my book, Yeah. Yeah. Do I have anything else to say? I don't think so.
What does the Star schedule look like coming up?
This is the last week before the Olympic break. We have we're away in Utah against the Mammoths. We should win that game. Of course, we lost to them 2 weeks ago, but we should beat them. I mean, they have a pretty good record. They've been good their last. Excuse me. They've had some pretty good stretches this season, including semi recently. I mean, recently. I mean, they're. Excuse me. They're they're 6-1 in their last 7. But I think we should win this game. I think we're definitely a better team, and we got to keep this win streak going. I think I'd love to end before the Olympic break with a 6-game win streak, and it's definitely possible. We play Utah, and then we come home and play Winnipeg and St. Louis. We've been pretty good against Winnipeg these last 2 seasons. They're not great this season. We're back home. I think if we can cap before the Olympic break with a 6-game win streak, I feel great. But at least we need to win 5 of the last 6. I think against Winnipeg and St. Louis at home definitely should be wins. I think Utah should be a win, but that's the one that I see us struggling with the most. Again, they're playing really good as of late, but I think we're there. I think we should win it. I want to see us truly win one of these 3 games. I think we should win all 3 of them, but I want us to see win by more than 1 goal. I want us to not have a crazy bad period like we had the last 2 third periods. I want to see us dominate at least one of these games. Probably going to be the Jets game, but I'd be okay with it happening in more than 1 game. I definitely want to win by more than 1 goal. Maybe see a shutout. Get our defense going rather than, even if we only score 1 game, I want to see our defense have a pretty great game again. And I mean, again, we had good defensive first 2 periods against the Blues and the Knights. I mean, only letting the Knights score 1 goal in the first 2 periods is not bad at all.
Yeah.
And then they just have that volley.
Want to see that aggressive play?
Yes. But yeah, I mean, again, I think we're taking good shots. These last 3 games, our offenses looked great. Just got to make sure we stick through it. I want to stick with those lines. I want to make sure we get at least a couple goals in each of these last 3 games. And I wouldn't be as mad seeing them score only a couple. I think we could do it. I think we could shut out the Jets, dude. They're not doing amazing on offense, especially this season. So I want to see us beat, especially like to prove, oh yeah, we're that playoff team. We're not going to struggle against non-playoff teams. Got to beat the Jets pretty dang good. But I want to see us win all 3 of these games, go into the Olympic break with 6-game win streak, and feel good about coming back after, Finland wins the Olympics with our boys on it. Because, Jason Robertson's got snubbed from the U.S. team. Wyatt Johnston's only an alternate on the Canadian team. But yeah, I think I want to see a win streak to end the Olympic break.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's more than possible. Again, I really like our offensive lines, and our defense has played good. I think it's just the same issue that we've been having the last couple of seasons with these last 2 games. It's just our offensive players are so offensive that they sometimes fail to help the defense, and our defense gets a little tired towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
That's why we've allowed a lot of, not comebacks, but a lot of scary third periods. The last couple of seasons, last 5 seasons, that's sort of been how the Stars play. But we got more of our guys on offense are younger, have the ability to play both ways and skate more. So hopefully we can fix that issue a little bit.
Yeah, there's definitely room to stop those bad habits.
Yes. Again, we are a younger team than we have been the past couple of years. I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm completely off the ball. So definitely have the stamina to do that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
To have the players that have the ability to play the game to play the games how they start aggressive and end aggressive.
Yes.
I definitely want to see. I definitely want to see that. I don't like seeing, like what you said, they play a good first 2 periods, and then like almost, at least to me, it almost looks like they get comfortable with how the game's being played,
Yeah.
and then it allows for those comebacks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all these games, I was like, oh shoot,
Well,
Stars
again,
got this, and then you get those late game goals from the other team, and then you're like,
yeah. And again, I think it's more than anything, it's sometimes our offensive players get lackadaisical on defense.
Yeah.
And make it harder on our defensive players. Means they get more tired later in the game. They let in more goals. And then,
Yeah.
I mean, our goalies, I think our goalies have been playing fairly well. Even, I mean, they had a couple bad games in that losing streak, but for the most part, they've been playing pretty well. Playing their level of hockey. I think we could. I mean, Otter again has always been a little inconsistent, but I think he can get a little bit more consistently good. Then I'll be even happier. But for the most part, I don't think they're any issue.
Yeah, and like you said, even if he is that little inconsistent, the defense should be that good enough to back him up if he's having those inconsistent games.
Yeah, especially with, again, I mean, we have great defensive players, and Haskin and Harley. Bishel's not bad, so Lindell. So I might have just said it wrong. Boxa. We got good defensive players, so it's just about supporting them.
Yeah, hopefully, definitely this 3-game win streak is putting the Stars in the right direction again.
Yes, and I feel like it is. Again, I liked how our lines looked. I liked our energy for most of the game, these last 3 games. And even though it's against the Blues, I mean, scoring late goals in the third period always feels good. Shows a lot of fight. Did it twice. And then, I mean, again, you don't want to be in those situations often. And again, we couldn't get it done in regulation against the Knights. Had to take it overtime. Again, Otter definitely great in shootouts. So, I don't know. I think this is definitely us doing better. Again, I think the line changes finally. We did a couple of different lineups during this rough stretch. I really like this one. I hope we keep it. I want to see it these last 3 games as well. Yeah.
Yeah. What a good bounce back week after having a few rough weeks.
It appears that the Mavs and Stars cannot have good weeks at the same time.
Sadly, no.
But yeah. Looking forward to it last week before the Olympic break. Other news? That's the Stars. Other news. What do we got? The Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I think we only got Cowboys.
Yes, the Dallas Cowboys offensive line coach leaves and joins our old head coach Mike McCarthy in Pittsburgh. I guess he likes him. I guess they're good buds. Fair enough. That's a tough take though, because our offensive line, especially with our younger guys, they've done a good job building them up. It's definitely tough loss to take. I think our offensive line and our young pieces have been one of the better parts, or they've been good.
Yeah,
I think he's been a good coach with us, so tough to see him go.
I mean, the offensive line is a huge reason why Javonte Williams had an amazing season.
It's true. So, best of luck. Hopefully our offensive line stays that level consistent, stays as good. We can replace him well. And then we hired Cardinals defensive back coach to be our defensive back coach. So our defensive coordinator's first hiring to build up his defensive coaching staff. Not a bad move at all.
No, I think Cowboys definitely know what their weakness is, and I'm glad they're addressing their weaknesses.
Yeah.
And it starts with good coaching or having that decent coach.
Yeah.
I mean, players respond to good coaching. Coaches are there to keep the team morale pretty well,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna make Dallas a fun place to play defense.
Absolutely. Yeah. No news from the Rangers. No news from the Wings. No news from the Renegades. No news from. Those are all the teams. So
Yeah, pretty chill week.
pretty chill week. They were all frozen in home, laying in bed too. So, yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up. A little bit shorter episode this week. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, like, share, subscribe, follow our socials. We're trying to post some more not podcast content. It's the Super Bowl week, or no, it's the Pro Bowl week. We got another week before the Super Bowl. It's Pro Bowl week. Go watch that, I guess, if you want. But yeah. Again, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to catch us every Friday here on the podcast. And if you made it this far, comment.
Cooper Flagg record breaking.
Cooper Flagg, oh my dag. Catch you later, guys.